Hello all, back again after quite a bit of a break, you might say. But yeah, it's been a while. I hope all of you are doing absolutely well. And quite a few updates from my side really. That's what this video is all about. So as you might have seen in the title, three major updates from my side. So one is I was tested positive for COVID around this time last month, roughly, so to speak. I, my wife, and my elder daughter were all tested positive. We recovered at home for the most part, and we didn't have too much of an intense experience with it. The normal stuff, which I'll talk about right now, actually. So, on the 4th of April, I actually rode solo to Kolar, and on the way I stopped and I had a couple of sugarcane juice on the highway, and I reached a place in Kolar and I had my breakfast there. And because the day was very hot, when I was actually coming back, I again stopped on the way somewhere and had a glass of watermelon juice in a juice shop. I suspect my infection could have happened in any of these three places. I don't really want to blame anybody, but it was, the second wave was pretty much just waiting to happen to most of us, I guess, and I picked it up from somewhere. I have a hunch that it's probably from one of these places, but it's okay. It all started with a headache the next day, which is Monday. I had a throbbing headache which kept getting a bit worse over the next 4 days. And come Friday, I also started feeling a bit feverish. I also started losing a bit of my sense of smell and taste. I could feel this very prominently. And I think it was on Friday or Saturday, I had my bath. I came and I used my usual deodorants on my body and everything, and I couldn't smell it at all. So I took a bit of one of the strongest sort of perfumes or colognes that I have, sprayed it on my wrist and smelt it. I could smell it very weakly, so I knew something is probably not right. Till then I kept thinking it's a viral fever, but so Saturday and Sunday were pretty bad. Fever kept climbing, not to alarming levels, but fever was definitely there. Sunday morning I booked a home swab collection of the nasal fluids through the 1mg app, and he came in the morning, he collected my swab, and Tuesday at around 3 p.m. I got the confirmation that I was positive, and the next day my wife and my daughter again tested for COVID and they came positive as well. Luckily my second daughter was negative, so we sent her immediately to her grandparents' house for the next 3-4 days. And then we pretty much recovered at home. I have a friend who's a doctor, so I immediately approached him and he gave me a treatment protocol, so to speak, what kind of tablets I should take, and I and my wife pretty much followed his instructions and guidance, and thankfully, grace of God, we were cured. So that's the story of how we went through it. We didn't have any alarming incidents. Couple of things I can mention. So on the breathing part, so somewhere in the middle of all this, I developed a bit of coughing, right? When I used to cough, what used to happen was, when I cough, so you cough out and then on the rebound you inhale the air in, right? What you just coughed out, you do this. What used to happen was, I would cough, and when I tried to take the air back in the same cough, there was something which was stopping and it was creating a bit of a suffocating feeling. And couple of times it was really bad and I had to sit down and sort of compose myself, and I immediately checked myself with the pulse oximeter. The SpO2 levels used to drop a little bit, and after a while, once I had composed myself, it again used to climb back up. So continuously kept monitoring myself on the, all of us actually kept monitoring ourselves on the SpO2 monitor. A few things which really helped me, I would like to mention, and of course these are purely my experiences only, and just take it with a pinch of salt. One is for sure scientifically proven, many people will probably vouch by this, swear by this. When I used to take steam, which was around 3 or 4 times a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once early evening, and once in the night, after some time a couple of people recommended something called as the Carvol drops, which is this green little sachet. You just cut it and you squeeze the drops into the steam water and you inhale it. It's very strong. It will just blast your entire respiratory system. Think of it as Vicks on steroids. So that's exactly what it is. In fact, the first couple of inhales you will not even be able to do it, so you will have to let a bit of steam escape and then you start breathing it in. So that's something which really helped me. And second thing, which is more of a hack, so when this coughing episode used to happen and I used to try to breathe back in, once just by chance I went and I took my tongue cleaner and just cleaned my tongue, and because I reached deep into my tongue and did the cleaning with the tongue cleaner, it somehow seemed to open up a bit of the clogged airway and I could breathe a lot more easier. So that's one tip which I'd like to mention in case anybody finds it useful. And the second thing and the last thing on the whole COVID topic, I won't bore you any further. We have this room heater with fans. It blows a lot of hot air at you. And once in my fever days, when I was actually feeling a bit of the chills, a bit of cold, I actually used that room heater to warm myself. What I realized is this room heater, when it actually blows this hot air, it somehow sucks up all the moisture in the room. The room becomes very dry, even my throat becomes very dry, all of that. But somehow I think it went into my lungs and made my lungs also a bit dry. So I don't know, it's something maybe I felt has a bit of merit. So probably that's what stopped a bit of my lungs retaining water and all the bad things which could have potentially happened. I don't know. It's just a correlation that I was trying to make, and I think this could have played a part. So that's one thing to mention. The next topic. So that's it on COVID. We have all recovered fully, thankfully, and I hope we have seen the last of it till we take our vaccines, for which we now have to wait 3 months, which is fine. The second topic is, I said in the beginning of the video that I went to Kolar by myself on the 4th of April, and that was actually to sort of celebrate a bike which I had bought the week before. So this bike is a pre-owned Versus 650, which is a 2018 model with about just short of 14,000 kilometers on the odometer. So I bought this bike the week before, and yeah, this I will do a fuller, more complete video on this bike whenever the situation permits in this future. But yeah, this was the update. So I got a new Versus, pre-owned Versus 650, very good condition, tested it fully. It is, more importantly, it's that theme, that color theme which I wanted. I didn't want any other Versus other than this sticker theme or color theme or whatever you want to call it. You will see it soon. Finally, the topic of the day is I reached a small milestone in my YouTube channel. So I hit 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to each and every one of you for making this support possible. 1,000 subscribers is definitely a good number to hit as one of the first milestones on this whole YouTube journey. So thank you all for it, and as a special thank you, once the situation permits, I will select a few random subscribers, and I would just like to share with you a small token of my appreciation. So I will select a few random subscribers in a maybe in this video actually. So each of you, if you let me know, if you comment in the comments, and I'm not trying to increase my comment footprint or something, I can't figure out a better way how. So if whoever can actually comment to me where you are actually based in India, that will actually help. So I would like to buy just a very small little something and dispatch it to a few of the random subscribers and users. So I will do this once the lockdown lifts and there is a bit of normalcy in our world today. So that's my sort of a small thank you for helping me reach 1000 subscribers on the channel. Really grateful. I will continue to put my best work out there. Got a lot of thoughts for the channel, but of course, most importantly at the current moment is that life must sustain, given where we are today. So yeah, that's on that. And a couple of my sort of commitments or efforts in going forward with the channel. I personally have a bit of a I don't know, how shall I put this? I have a bit of an issue when people on different channels say like, share and subscribe. I hate it. For one thing, just because somebody told me to like, share and subscribe, I will never do either of the three unless I really like it. So I will never say this myself as well, hopefully, in any of my videos in the future. You will never hear me say like, share and subscribe. And if you actually like it, you will subscribe. 1000 subscribers, I have never once said like, share and subscribe, but yet here you all are. So I hope to continue this small little thing into the future. Secondly, I will try and keep my videos as basic and raw as possible, which means I will never try and do some sort of an intro or a landing video with a fancy transition or a bit of animation or graphics, just to pander to my own vanity. I will probably never do that. So my videos, I will try and always see to it that it just starts raw and it stays raw and it ends probably a bit raw as well. So I will try and avoid all these little bells and whistles which other people do, which I myself find a bit distracting. So I will try and avoid these things for as far as I can. I don't know. That's been it. Just wanted to make this short video to let you know how I am, where I am, and what's happening with me currently. So continue to stay safe. You guys all know how to stay safe and what needs to be done. You don't need me to again at the cost of repeating myself what 1000 other people say just because it has to be said. I don't want to do that. So stay safe and we will be in touch. Thank you for having a look at my video and see you soon. Bye.